That's 3 words.
Okay, so now we're going to go to closing statements. We're going to start with Mr. Nawalagari, and we're going to go down towards Mr. Allen. So 2 minutes for your closing statements, and thank you for indulging that question. Ms. Nawalagari.
As I conclude, I want to express how grateful I am for the opportunity to serve this incredible community. Under the leadership of Mayor Marino, Port Chester is in a great shape. I am excited to continue building on the strong foundation he has helped create. The progress we're seeing is thanks to his vision and dedication. I value the great work of Trustees Phil D'Orazio and John Allen, and I feel confident that Sylvia's experience and mine can contribute to making Port Chester progress. I also want to thank the League of Women Voters for their commitment to keep the public informed and involved. With your support, I am confident that together we can continue to strengthen our community, address the issues that matter most, and ensure that Port Chester remains a great place for families like mine to live, grow, and thrive. Thank you for your time and your support.
Mr. Hogue?
Again, I thank you all for being here tonight and for taking the time and braving the weather to be part of this important conversation about the future of Port Chester. My wife, Andrea, was born and raised here, and together we raised our daughter, Kristen, in this incredible community. I may have been raised in the Bronx, but I lived in Port Chester for more than half my life. This is my home, and in my opinion, that makes me at least an honorary Port Chester native. Like so many of you, I care deeply about this village, not just for today, but for the future generations who will call Port Chester home. To reiterate, we need smart development that strengthens our village, not strains it. We need better communication so residents feel informed and heard. And we must tackle the real quality of life issues that affect us daily: homelessness, traffic, and parking, to name a few. These are not impossible challenges, but they require leadership that listens, plans, and takes action with the best interests of our residents in mind. I love this village, and I believe in its potential. But progress doesn't happen by accident. It happens when fine people, like those on this stage, step up, work together, and push for the changes we need. These are some of the reasons I am running for trustee, and when I am elected, these are what I promise to do as your trustee. I ask for your trust, your support, and ultimately your vote. Together, we can build a stronger, more vibrant, and more connected Port Chester. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you, Mr. Hogue. Mr. Scarola.
Thank you. Again, I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting tonight's event. We covered a lot of good topics tonight. There were some we didn't get to, though, such as the police station, or village roads, our sewer system, our stormwater system, future municipal parking garages. Last I checked, I think the village has an obligation for almost 300 parking spaces. We can't wait until the buildings are built and then start figuring that out. Parks. I was reading recently that Port Chester has the population density in this village is in the top 20 municipalities across all of New York State. Now that's a quality of life topic. In fact, I'm sure there's a correlation between open space and mental health. These are all long-term topics that have to be addressed. This village has so much potential. As a homeowner and a parent, I want to help this village succeed and move forward for everyone in the village. I remain optimistic about Port Chester's future. I recognize that there's hard work ahead to realize that future, though. As mentioned earlier when we started this evening, topics on my mind to be addressed focus on the development in our downtown, improving quality of life, addressing long-term problems. On Tuesday, March 18th, I would like everyone here and listening to this video eventually to vote. I'd like to ask each one of you for your vote. I'd like the opportunity to help the village help itself and to realize its potential so that way it benefits all the residents in this community. Thank you and good night, Port Chester.
Mr. Abel.
Yes. Watching closely, speaking boldly is the slogan on my Watchdog Party signs, and it's one I believe in and have followed throughout my newspaper career. I plan to continue this stance as your trustee over the next 3 years. I will bring to light issues that may have been kept secret in the past. If you believe in a government that is transparent and communicates regularly with its constituents, then I'm your candidate. I'm not afraid to ruffle feathers. If my career and background aren't enough evidence, just look at the way I've run my campaign. I live by my own ideas and values. Besides running on the GOP line, I gathered enough signatures to be the only candidate with an independent line. I believe all dialogue and discussion should be conducted in public because the government belongs to the people, us. Residents should not be shamed or chastised for going to the board with problems, ideas, criticism, or opinions, and our hard-working volunteers who dedicate countless hours and expertise to the village should not be stepped on. We need to be encouraging more involvement from the people as we make critical decisions about the future of our village, and support development that will foster community and attract families so that Port Chester will thrive, for generations to come. For the last 40 years, I've been driven to hold the government accountable and keep them honest, and I don't intend to stop. I hope you consider voting for me so I can continue those causes to make a difference from the inside. We're about to have many fresh faces on the Board of Trustees. With my background, I won't need to catch up. I'll be ready to hit the ground running, knowing how government works, the specific issues Port Chester faces, and the role a trustee should be playing. Please consider a vote for me on March 18th. Remember, with cumulative voting, you already know you have 6 votes to distribute however you like. For a more in-depth look at my platform, go to facebook.com, Richard Abel, BOT. This has been an excellent night, and I thank the League for hosting this forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Ms. Dundon?
Thank you very much again to the League of Women Voters and to all of you who have been patiently and, captivatingly been listening to us for the last 3 hours. I just want to say that just really happy to be part of this community. In that last lightning round, I said community. Although truth be told, if you ask my husband, he'd tell you that the real reason I moved here was because of the restaurants. But once, I very quickly realized when I joined this community that Port Chester is a really special place. And one of the things I hope to achieve is to impart that sense of community and make other residents also feel that sense of inclusivity. And if whatever we can do to do that and further that goal, I'm certainly behind it 100%. Also, my experience working for the village, and also as the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce, I think is going to really bring a much needed voice and also provide some direction as far as guiding that growth, smart growth that many of us have been talking about this evening, making sure that our downtown is a vibrant downtown with desirable businesses, but also making sure that that downtown is poised to attract the much-needed retail and revitalization that I think we really all desire. So with that said, thank you again. I'm looking forward to hopefully serving on a board with some other very talented people, and I hope that you'll consider voting for me on Tuesday, March 18th. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Ford?
Thank you for the time and the questions this evening. Over the last 15 to 20 years, many of you have heard me speak at Board of Trustee meetings about the issues. I have 3 goals that I will be focused on. Number 1, ramp up our building, code enforcement, and legal departments so we can finally eliminate unsafe and unauthorized property uses that are severely and negatively impacting quality of life. Clean up the blight and eyesores that continue to mar our village's appearance. Streamline and enhance processes with technology and proper staff investment so all 3 departments are aligned. Number 2, create sustainable, smart, community-led development. Focus on additional improvements to the form-based code to further enhance quality of life. Collaborate with all stakeholders to identify a new police and courthouse station, along with a plan to fund it without overburdening our taxpayers. Expand our recreation department to elevate and drive our youth sports programs to a new level, ensuring alignment with standards of surrounding communities. And number 3, village infrastructure investments. Identify locations for a parking garage or garages in our downtown and determine the appropriate non-taxpayer funded mechanisms. Devise a plan to enhance our parks and waterfront, utilizing a combination of third-party funding resources. Look, I trust you see the value, the respect and professionalism that I've brought to the table while serving the village in my volunteer roles. Practical, strategic, and sound decision-making. I look forward to being a thoughtful voice and a critical thinker for this village over the next 3 years. Once again, I kindly ask you to vote for George Ford and for the Port Chester Forward ticket. Good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Mr. DeRazio.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the league for putting this together. I really appreciate the time to be able to talk to and listen to our residents and answer questions. I wrote a bunch of notes down just to review a few things that were said here. I'm not going to do that because it's not worth the effort. I'd rather just tell you what I think what I'm going to do and what we have done so far. We talked about infrastructure. The village is just about to embark on the biggest infrastructure revitalization and rehabilitation in the history of the village. $30 million, $30 million sewer project, with $25 million of it coming from grants and other monies. $5 million coming from the taxpayer on a $30 million project. We have the new gym opening up. Hopefully, they're going to start construction relatively quickly, and a new rec center, something this village has been lacking my entire life in this village. So we've done some great strides. We've changed the heads of the building department, planning department, and code enforcement with all-stars. We've decided now, the mayor always says how hard it is, how difficult it is for him to make a decision to spend money. Well, we've got the money, we spent the money to bring in the best possible people in these positions, and it's already paying dividends. Callie Jones, as a prosecutor, folded into the code enforcement department, has already increased revenue and fines, which is not what we want. We don't want the money. We want compliance, and that's what we're doing. I come across sometimes as abrupt and nasty and loud. It's because I care so much about this village. It's the only thing I care about. I can move anytime I want. I don't move. I stay here because I like working for you people. I'm here. In order to be a leader in this village, you have to be in the village. You can't be on TV. You can't be an absentee trustee, an absentee mayor. You have to work 40 hours a week at this job. This is a second full-time job. And to think it's not, you should leave the dais right now. You have to come in with a clear mind and be here. You have to work it. We work for you, and I want to continue to work for you, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. DeRazio. Mr. Matthews.
I didn't get my voice back. Ready? Hit it. I want to thank the League of Women Voters for this opportunity to speak to you to this night and to present this debate. As we come to the end of this debate, I want to take a moment and thank you for being here tonight and for caring so deeply about the future of Port Chester. This village is our home, and the decisions we make on March 18th will shape the lives of our families, our neighbors, and our future generations. Throughout this campaign, I've had the privilege of listening to so many of you, your hopes, your concerns, and your ideas for a better Port Chester. What I've heard is clear. We all want a village that is safe, thriving, and inclusive. Place where your voice matters and where every resident has an opportunity to succeed. I'm running for the Board of Trustees because I believe in the power of our community. I believe in working together to solve problems, in making decisions in transparency and accountability, and in putting in the needs of our residents, putting our needs of the residents first. Whether it's supporting our local businesses, improving our infrastructure, ensuring fiscal responsibility, I am committed to being a leader who listens, acts, and delivers results. But leadership isn't about one person. It's about all of us. It's about collaboration, trust, and a shared vision for what Port Chester can become. With the support, we can build a village that we're all proud of. Remember what I said earlier. There are two things we get every day when we wake up, a chance and a choice. So tonight, I am humbly asking you on March 18, please take a chance on me, David Matthews, and let me be your choice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Matthews. Mr. Allen.
All right, thank you very much. You don't need, I'm the last one, we don't need the stopwatch. Thank you very much, and thank you to the League for putting on this wonderful forum. I think this has been a terrific exchange of ideas and philosophies, and thank you for all of you who have attended in person in this bad weather, as well as everybody who is watching us on video. I'll say that being a trustee these past 3 years has been such an honor and a privilege, and I am thankful every day that the people of Port Chester gave me their votes to be up on the Board of Trustees.